All right, folks, we're moments away from tip-off in our second matchup for today. Bumi Borneo against the BGC Builders, a team coming from the Philippines. Once again, Noel Zarate with Jen Reyes. And we are now going to be working with Janine Sakal in just a few moments. But we know that these are two teams that really haven't played against each other in any way, shape, or form, Jen.
I agree with you, but we are quite familiar with the BGC Builders.
Yep.
A lot of Filipino players here, and such as the likes of Tete Teodoro,
Yep.
who's a very slow and steady guard. Used to play for the JRU Heavy Bombers. And also we have Marlon Monte. He's also playing for the Quezon City Capitals in the MPBL. And also brother of Ronnie Matias is
That's
here.
right. Raymond Matias also playing. So we are quite familiar with the names of the Filipino players. But let's talk about Bumi Borneo right now. A lot of players here coming from Indonesia. So probably like a back-to-back game that the Indonesians are watching right now. The third most populated country in the world right now watching us in Indonesia. But again, a very young team as well for Bumi Borneo.
Yes, and I was speaking with the coach earlier, and
Yeah. Well, right now, before we get into that thought, Jen, it appears that Janine Sakal is now ready with our first interview of the game. She is with Christian Diaz, and we send it now to Janine. All right, it appears that the picture taking has to come first before the interview. We do have our official photographer, Jelai, taking care of that. So I believe Christian Diaz will now be heading over to Janine for that interview. So we're going to send it now to Janine.
Welcome to Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship, the first Filipino league outside of the Philippines. We have here Tristan from BGC Builders. So Tristan, what do you hope to gain out of this international experience you get?
What?
What do you expect to get out of this international championship?
Expectation namin, we expect na more competitive tsaka manalo kami sa laro na to. At saka bibigay namin yung best namin kasi minsan lang yung opportunity na dumating sa amin ng ganito.
So, how was the preparation like coming into this game?
We coming early in Malaysia to prepare this game kasi alam naman namin malalakas yung mga kalaban namin. Ayun nga, pinaganda namin lang. Focus lang namin manalo, tsaka yung focus ng team namin, depensa lang.
Right, so the BGC Builders did come here on the 21st, and now they are here for their first game. Now back to the panel.
Shooting guard, number 24, Marlon Monte. Small forward at 6'2", number 6, Mark Tolitor. Power forward at 6'3", number 5, Eduardo Doroteo. And at center, number 16, standing at 6'2", Raymond Matias. The head coach, Mr. Giovanni Ako. Game officials are called in Ingwa Long and Wong Tai Chu.
BGC Builders, Etok Doroteo, the team captain, is taking to the floor with Mark Dolingon. We did mention Tete Teodoro. We're going to see his game in just a bit. Raymond Matias and Marlon Monte getting the start for the BGC Builders. And for Bumi, we have Agam Sebastian and along with A.A. Wisnu. I guess we're going to have to call him A.A. He's got a very long name. Along with Calvin Chrysler, who is going to be their starter at the center position. Arian Tio, as well as Junior Cesar Wongsu. We are underway. Blue shirts of the Philippine team, BGC Builders.
Here we go, Tete Teodoro.
Oh.
This is what we're really expecting to see.
Well, I guess we're going to have the
Two-man
international.
game from... oh.
Well, Monte.
Monte just
It looks like he ate
loses the
some
ball.
corn. He looks like he ate some corn with butter before the game, huh?
Or maybe some Nando's.
That's right. We are in Malaysia, by the way.
Right there.
Jumper from the side. That is going to be a miss coming from Ario Antio. And into the front court now. Etok Doroteo is going to sail in for the first 2 points of the game.
Great pass right there for Marlon Monte. And I've trained with and played with this guy Marlon Monte for the Nueva Ecija in the MPBL, and he's such a hard-nosed player.
Right.
And you really can expect him to grind it out on both ends of the floor.
Well, a foul is going to be called here on Mark Dolingon. That will be his first personal foul. And we're talking about, you know, the MPBL. That actually means the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, for those in the region who are not familiar with the leagues in the Philippines. And our very own Filbasket founder actually did play in the MPBL before Filbasket. So a lot of these players have also gone there. One of the professional leagues in the Philippines. We have a lot of professional leagues in the Philippines right now.
I agree with you on that one. So this one's a really special league, Filbasket.
Here is Teodoro, and we're going to see how explosive he is a little later on when he's not being hounded.
Noel, do you think Tete Teodoro gained some weight? Or
Oh, well. No, he's always been the stocky kind of point guard ever since he was playing for the Jose Rizal University in the Philippines. He may have put on some weight, but I don't think that's going to hamper his speed.
I remember guarding him during the NCAA, and he just really dominated me.
Oh yeah, don't let the 5'8" height fool you. It's really the frame that he uses and the speed and quickness as well for Tete Teodoro. We are tied at 2 right now.
Let's not forget his outside shooting.
That's
Tete
true.
Teodoro, really known for that.
Quick release on the jumper. That one is good. Bumi Borneo.
Great execution right there on that inbounds play for Bumi Borneo.
Yeah, A.A. Wisnu able to get that one done. And the BGC Builders trying to get some mileage now from Raymond Matias. Gets it out now to Doligon. Has to put this one up. That one is offline.
Great defense right there on the part of Bumi
How
Borneo.
about the quick move as well coming from Wisnu, but he gets rejected. And here is Monte for the layup.
Marlon Monte.
Monte now ties the score at 4 apiece. Just over 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Second game of our quadruple header on opening day of the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship here at the MABA Stadium in Kuala Lumpur. Wisnu, a 2-time MVP in their league back in Indonesia, and he owns all the points right now.
Yes, and this guy also played for the ABL, CLS Knights.
For the CLS Knights, of course, the CLS Knights did win a championship in the ABL. There is Tete Teodoro, and that sweet stroke from beyond the arc.
As we speak, Tete Teodoro looks like he's just sleeping while he took that shot.
That's right. He hardly takes a jump on his jump shot. Here's Chrysler for 3. Can't get it to go. Wisnu can't control the rebound, and here comes the BGC Builders. Into the front court, Tete Teodoro changing direction and changing up his shot as well.
What a move right there by Tete Teodoro. You can see how much of a veteran he is.
Oh, yeah. This guy also had played in the professional ranks in the Philippine Basketball Association as well. Three-pointer on its way. That is offline coming from Julius Caesar. Wongso. Follow-up still not there for the team out of Borneo. And here is Doligon into the front court. Drops it inside to Etok Doroteo.
Tete
And
Teodoro
good.
wide open.
Right. They will get their points inside. Marlon Monte getting that basket again. So 11-7 for BGC Builders after a slow start. They now have a 4-point lead as we come up on 6 minutes remaining here in the first. And away from play. Oh, they're going to say it was a travel coming from Wisnu.
With that one, if you're running a two-man pick and roll action, you really have to wait for the screener to be able to set the screen.
Yeah.
Then that's the time when you really move.
They
Or
say
else you're really gonna get that call.
right. They say patience is a virtue, but not on the pick and roll that time. As we have Doroteo.
Great pass for Marlon Monte.
Etok Doroteo. Yeah, Etok now picks up his second field goal of the game. So 13-7 is our score. Wisnu. Oh, good seal inside. Turnaround is a miss, however, coming from Arion Tio. Into the front court, Teodoro. Nobody in front of him, changing hands in midair, but can't get it to go. And a big foul given up in the backcourt. They're going to call this a flagrant, though. Tried to stop the play without going for the ball, and that is a criteria of an unsportsmanlike foul under FIBA rules, and Doligon's got to learn that real quick.
Yes. A lot of the teams have to be really familiar with how they call the FIBA rules.
Right. Because it's okay if you stop play as long as you make a play for the ball. This guy did not make a play for the ball. Therefore, it is called an unsportsmanlike foul. And that is something that the Filipino players, more than the others, have to get used to. Because back in the Philippines, yeah, there are FIBA rules, but there are hybrid FIBA rules being used in a lot of the professional leagues. No free throws dropped, however.
Free throws right there for Bumi Borneo. And I think if they want to stay in this game, well, they have to make their free throws. And
yeah, well, any game as well. Horns play being called here by Wisnu. Gets it outside. Chrysler three-pointer not there. Rebound picked up by Doligon. He tried the outlet pass, but it slipped out of his hands. Here's Sebastian inside. Wisnu has an easy one.
You can see how young this Bumi Borneo team is, and they're learning a lot from this guy, Wisnu.
And they're going to learn a lot from the Filipinos, that's for sure.
For sure. I agree with you on that one.
Right, Wisnu gets the steal. And here's Chrysler getting his first 2 points here in Filbasket. And a quick timeout called by the BGC Builders. Their lead has dropped to just 2, 13-11 here in the first quarter. 5 minutes remaining. We'll be right back. Noel Zarate with Jen Reyes and Janine Sakal working the games here from Kuala Lumpur. Three-pointer on its way. That is over the top of the backboard and not recovered by Matias. So it'll go back to Bumi Borneo.
Quick three right there off the timeout of BGC Builders.
So again, the Philippine team is favored here, but anything can happen in the sport of basketball. And an unscouted team like Bumi Borneo is just a recipe for disaster if the Filipinos take their foot off the gas at any moment in this game. Three-pointer, that is good.
As we speak, they take the lead with that three-pointer. And good screen right there.
Yeah, could have sworn like he looked like one of those Filipino greats named Jason Castro by the way he released that three-pointer. Good shot there from Sebastian as he gives the lead back to Bumi Borneo. Let's see what the Filipinos have in response. Matias can't get it to go. Monte offensive rebound. He floats it off the glass.
Nice floater right there by Marlon Monte. And he's really known for things like this. He's really scrappy and loves to bang bodies with other guards.
Well, he does have 6 points in the game so far. Wisnu with a strange release. And he gets it to go. Looks like Etok Doroteo with a little bit of extracurriculars after that shot.
I think they're going to have an extra free throw right here.
Yeah, we're going to have one free throw. Or are they saying ball stays? Yeah, it was a release foul. So they're saying the ball stays with Bumi Borneo as we have our first look now at J.M. Gonzalez, who's going to take the place of Etok Doroteo, as well as Joshua Saret, who's going to see his first action of the game. So from one stocky point guard to another.
J.M. Gonzalez, he's one of my teammates in FEU, and this guy, you love this guy if you're a coach. He's a big man, but can shoot from the outside.
And he can rebound too, despite the fact that he's
not scared of anyone.
Right.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 6'2", but he can rebound the ball, that's for sure. So 16-15, Bumi Borneo right now. As Saret uses 2 screens to try and get away from the defense. They go to Doligon right now. Could have gotten away with a traveling violation there. Doligon with the up fake. He's going to challenge everybody. He's going to miss though. And here comes Bumi Borneo once again. Sebastian had a 3 earlier. No look pass to Wisnu.
What a nifty pass right there for the guard of Bumi Borneo.
A Wisnu has just taken the defense to school, the youngster from Indonesia, and he gets a high five from Joshua Saret. It's not every day that the Filipino is going to give you a high five for burning him. That's exactly what Saret did. And we're going to have more subs come in, and we are going to have our first look at Rilo Agum Kumara seeing his first action of the game for Bumi Borneo, as well as Cervantes for the Philippines. That's Rod Ivan Cervantes seeing his first action of the game. Here's Saret trying to get away. 3-pointer on its way. That is a miss. And we come up on 3 minutes remaining here in the first. It is Bumi Borneo. So far, so good for them. After falling behind by as much as 6 points to the Filipinos, they now have a 3-point lead. Can they add to it? They cannot on that thrust. Cervantes lost possession. And Bumi Borneo, Wisnu is going to draw the foul from J.M. Gonzalez.
You know, this BGC Builders team, they can't take for granted this Bumi Borneo. They can't take them lightly, because it seems like Bumi Borneo is they're very passionate about what they're doing right now. A lot of athletic players.
Well, especially if they're young like this guy, a Wisnu. Of course, there's the most famous Indonesian player on record is actually Arki Wisnu, who had stints abroad as well. I don't know if they're related. It does not look like Arki Wisnu. I don't know if they're related, but you know, he is playing. I dare to say he's actually playing a lot better than Arki at this point. 2 free throws dropped.
But I'm loving this guy, the guard, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Really reminds me of Jason Castro.
Exactly, he does. I mean, for the Filipino fans watching right now, I'm sure there are a lot of you. Watch this number 4 guy from Bumi Borneo, Agam Sebastian. He's like a young Jason Castro from the Philippines when he plays.
Speed-wise, how he hesitates. And
even the form of the jump shot, yeah. Saret trying to lose Sebastian right now. Gonzalez, that's not his territory. He's got to look for something closer than that. Cervantes now with 7 on the shot clock. Finding Gonzalez. He has the countdown. Tries to go cross court. Once again, 1 second on the shot clock. That one almost drops for the BGC Builders, courtesy of Samonte.
Great defense by Bumi Borneo. Just a total team effort right there.
Look at that. Wisnu's really the go-to guy. Splits the defense, almost gets it to go. And he's drawing ooze from the bench of the BGC Builders as Joshua Saret gets the reverse. So 20-17, Bumi Borneo's lead is down to 3 as we come up on 2 minutes remaining here in the first.
Horns play again right here.
Yeah. Wisnu has to drop it off to a friend. 7 on the shot clock now for Bumi Borneo, and they will lose possession on the drive attempt coming from Raymond Shariputra. A minute and 50 remaining here in the first. Bumi Borneo hanging on to the lead here, 2017 against the Philippine team. The BGC Builders, one of 3 Philippine teams that we have here in the competition. Great pass by Gonzalez to Matias.
Great recognition right there by J.M. Gonzalez. So J.M. Gonzalez really known for that, being in the middle, and he can shoot that short jumper.
Right.
And
he has
make a drop pass.
He has played in the Filbasket already before for the Pasig Santa Lucia Realtors. Wisnu now forced that one up. A chance to take the lead again for the Filipinos as we head on to a minute remaining here in the first. Here's Raymond Matias giving it now to Joshua Saret. The defense is all over the blue shirts. Great defense being shown by Borneo, and they get the interception. Here's Wisnu into the front court. 2 men to beat. Drops it off to a teammate, and that is going to be good on the layup.
What a lovely pass there by Wisnu.
Risky.
Trailing number 13.
Yeah. Muhammad
Theo.
Risky. Actually,
Rizky, sorry.
was the one who got that last basket. Here is Matias, 9 on the shot clock, half a minute remaining here in the first. The defense of Bumi Borneo has been impressive. They force another turnover. Into the front court, Wisnu, 1 man to beat, uses the left hand.
Great hand there by Wisnu, and he's piling up the points right
That's
here.
right. Why
already
Wisnu?
with the 15 big points.
You're right about the 15 points for Wisnu, and more importantly, a 5-point lead for Bumi Borneo. Although Saret and the Filipinos have a chance to get the last shot. Matias comes out. Saret won't use the screen. He will drive. Floater off the glass. No. And that's how we end the first 10 minutes of action with Bumi Borneo. Courtesy of AA Wisnu's 15 first quarter points is going to take a 5-point lead into the quarter break. It is 24-19. Bumi Borneo over the BGC Builders. We'll be back for the second. Stay with us. From Janine Sakal.
Tete Teodoro, former Ginebra player, told me they are aware that the opposing backcourt has the age advantage, but the BGC Builders have the experience that only comes with age, so they see this as an edge. Meanwhile, for Bumi Borneo, as a fairly young team manager Randy Putrama is aware that Borneo gets too high and too low. So this is a challenge that they are constantly addressing, and that is why in this tournament, they hope to gain more exposure that will hone their decision-making skills. Now back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine. And it has been really the Filipino guards. They do have the advantage in terms of the experience. But right now, the 7-point lead is starting to build. And it is because of the defense of Bumi Borneo.
Exactly, Noel. But I was speaking to the head coach of Bumi Borneo earlier. And he said that they struggle to keep their emotions intact. So
that's a young team for you.
It's a young team. So they just have to keep their composure and maybe finish this game with a win.
Well, they have been moving the ball well, especially in the half-court set, although they did not get that basket. 26-19. This is the largest lead of the game for Bumi Borneo. Tete Teodoro is back for the Philippine team. The BGC Builders. J.M. Gonzalez tries the drive, can't get it to go. Follow-up will drop, however, on the second effort from Christian Diaz.
BGC Builders changing their demeanor right here at the start of this game. They were really relaxed, and now they can see that they can't take this team for granted. pass.
Yeah, that's
Bumi
another one. That is
Borneo
Raymond
makes another
Shariputra.
3.
Raymond Shariputra able to get the job done. Bumi Borneo now up by 8. They're largest in the game. Again, you got to respect all your opponents. Bumi Borneo is no exception as Samonte comes up empty for the BGC Builders. Into the front court now. Shariputra hit a three-pointer earlier, and they move the ball around. Another 3 on its way. That one is offline, however.
Great outlet pass there by J.M. Gonzalez to Tate Teodoro.
And Teodoro floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee, and scores again for the Philippine contingent, the BGC Builders. He's got 7 in the game.
This is what I love about J.M. Gonzalez. Once he gets that rebound, he starts to look up and just looks for an outlet pass for the wide open layup.
Well, I checked myself. Tate Teodoro actually has 9 in the game as Etok Doroteo is going to see action once again after picking up 2 early fouls in the first quarter. So the lead is down to 6 for Bumi Borneo. Here's Samonte now, going across now to Tate, who shoots this from 30 feet away. No. Gonzalez cleans up the glass, and he is going to be called for the foul underneath. Or he's going to be fouled underneath, rather. I mean, this guy's only 6'2", but he plays like he's 7 feet.
Yep. And if you have played with him, you can really feel his body. That it's like you're hitting a wall when you play with him.
A very soft wall, actually. That's a very comfortable wall. Looks like there's a lot of padding around the muscles for J.M. Gonzalez. So Rilo Agum Kumara will be called for his first foul. 14 seconds to shoot now for the BGC Builders. Teodoro looking for an inbound receiver. That is Etok Doroteo. Teodoro with an unforced turnover.
No, well, BGC Builders actually shooting better than the Bumi Borneo right now, but the defense of Bumi Borneo just really making it up for them.
Well, they need to get something on the offense, especially from this second unit. They had a 3 earlier. That is going to be a miss again coming from Shariputra. And into the front court now come Christian Diaz and the rest of the BGC Builders. Coming up on the 7-minute mark here of the second quarter. Teodoro with a lot of dribbling moves and launches another 3. He's got 10 in the game.
Tate Teodoro showing off his handles and his shooting.
And Teodoro has cut this lead down to just 3. 29-26. Less than 7 to play in the first half. We have Muhammad Rizki almost losing it. Here is Steven Orlando almost losing it as well. The defense for the BGC Builders has picked up just in time to release for Rilo Agum Kumara, but he's going to miss the 3-pointer. Teodoro in transition now. Waits for his team as well. A crossover, and that's going to be a foul called.
Great fake. Great veteran moves by Tate Teodoro.
He's got
selling that foul.
He's got the number 14. He should be the number 13 and grow a beard after what he did. That is a James Harden-like move. So Tate Teodoro is going to get to the free throw line. And for those fans in Asia who have not experienced the handles of this kid, welcome to Tate Teodoro's world.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah. Again, Tate Teodoro, as Janine mentioned earlier, played for the most popular team in the Philippines, Barangay Ginebra. Played there for a season.
Ginebra.
Yeah. And he has now moved here to Filbasket for the BGC Builders, a former pro. And they call his squad, he's gifted with three free throws from that 3-pointers. They call his college team the Heavy Bombers. And I think he's the heaviest of all the bombers I have ever seen.
Perfect moniker for them.
Right. Of course, that
Tate Teodoro shooting 75% from the field.
Yeah, and 100% from the free throw line. 100% from the free throw line now as he drops everything. Now look at this. Tate Teodoro is in the middle of his own personal 8-0 run as he has tied the score at 29. And just a few minutes in, impact already for Teodoro, who's picked up 15 so far in this game. Shariputra.
Almost traveling right there.
Oh, Steven Orlando with a great head fake. Now on the step back. Can he make this? No, that would have been a highlight if he did. Here's Samonte with a rebound. No look pass to Mr. Snuffleupagus, who wasn't there.
He was trying to do the same thing to Tate Teodoro, trying to get back at him.
Well, he ain't no Tate, but that was a good effort there, although they did throw it away. 6:05 remaining in the first half. Here is Rilo Agum Kumara. Getting it down to the left side. Good fake. This is the captain now. The reverse layup will drop for Sultan Bawira. He's the captain of the squad, and he's showing us why.
A lot of really athletic plays right here from Bumi Borneo.
A miss from the
Surprise.
outside. Yeah, that is Marlon Monte missing that time. And here comes Rilo Agum Kumara. Hang time once again. Follow-up is good. Back-to-back baskets for Sultan Bawira.
Back-to-back baskets for him.
33-29. The lead goes back to Bumi Borneo. They had an 8-point lead earlier. It's now 4. Samonte steps into a 3. Can't get it done. Into the front court now. Shariputra getting it to the side. Another 3-pointer on its way. That is off, however. And a great defensive stop. Yeah.
there.
Steven Orlando getting that one. Oh, that's going to be a travel.
He hesitated on that one.
3-man
Didn't know
sub.
if he was going to shoot it or
Right.
kick it out to the wide open shooter.
Well, we do have a 3-man sub here for the BGC Builders. Matias will return. Doligon will join him, as well as Joshua Saret. So Tate Teodoro is going to take a breather here.
All the starters are back except for Tate Teodoro.
Right. Here's Saret. Getting it over now to Doligon. Immediately attracts a double team. Joshua Saret open for 3. No. And the outlet pass. Nobody home. And that's going to be 3 consecutive field goals now for Sultan Bawira.
I wasn't expecting that, Noel.
That's a semi-dunk that he had there. He's on a 6-0 run all by himself. As Monte gets tied up inside, it looks like Yanto might be called for this one. No, they will not. They will call it on Raymond Shariputra.
I think this BGC Builders team a bit shocked
Right.
by this Bumi Borneo.
But again, Bumi Borneo is excelling right now. Doligon on the inbound, getting it now to Saret. Doligon, 18-footer, yes.
But again, they have to keep their emotions intact here.
Well, the Philippine team is the older team here in terms of paper, but if you're getting blown out by 6 points, sort of starts getting to you. 3-pointer, Looper is a miss.
Reminds me of Ronnie Matias right there.
That's Raymond, actually had the same body as his brother, Ronnie Matias. Here's Raymond with a tough reverse. Just had a contract earlier this year in the MPBL as well, the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, and he is now in the
Laguna, I believe.
Yeah. 3-pointer is a miss. And when are we going to see Wisnu back in the game, though? He has not shown himself here in the second quarter. We still have 3.5 minutes to go. Doligon gets the first step, and he is gone, but he will miss the layup. And Matias is going to be called for this one. A lot of fast action happening here in the second quarter as we now move to the bench once again. As Julius Cesar Wongsu is going to come back in along with Calvin Chrysler. Chrysler's now taking over the point guard position. He did start this game as the shooting guard. Bawira taking 3. Now on the drive. Bawira tripped up. And Matias does not like this call. No, they're going to call this on Doroteo. That could be his 3rd.
Almost an illegal screen right there. And luckily, they get the foul. Oh, but they're not shooting.
Oh, just a second on Doroteo. 3:16 remaining here in the first. Bumi Borneo still up by 2. Nice pass inside, and the layup is going to drop. Shariputra. Oh, check that. That's Julius Cesar Wongsu.
That's a good strong roll for the big of Bumi Borneo. Bumi Borneo really playing hard right now.
And the escape does not work for the BGC Builders. Again, good defense as we're going to have a timeout called here by the BGC Builders. They were able to tie the game at 28, but now Bumi Borneo has picked up another 4-point lead at 37-33. We'll be right back. Stay with us. That is, of course, our move of the game brought to us by Leaning. It has been a great effort so far in the second quarter for Sultan Prawira. Again, with our leaning move of the game, 3 consecutive field goals for him. We are going to take this break right now. Back with us here inside the MABA Stadium, 37-33. Bumi Borneo surprising the BGC Builders so far, but they have been doing this with very, very tenacious defense that have led to a lot of layups.
Still no Wisnu right here.
Right. And they still have a 4-point lead, but it has been a great second quarter for Sultan Prawira, and that is what you don't want to have happen if you're the BGC Builders. Coming off a timeout, you get a turnover.
Yes, I agree with you. And usually you'd have a really good set play if you come from a timeout, but that time they're just really losing the ball carelessly.
Well, Joshua Saret
making up for it.
stepping out of bounds. Looks like the Philippine squad is going to get it back. BGC Builders. So Joshua with a bad pass, now forcing the turnover to get the ball back. And they'll have a baseline inbound with 14 to shoot. So right now, Doligon will do the honors. Mark Doligon getting it inside, and Etok Doroteo scores.
Great screen right there by Joshua Saret. Frees up Doroteo.
37-35. Bumi Borneo still on top. They can't add to it, but out of nowhere. Tip in, however, does not work. And that is going to be Yanto missing that one. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. Doligon tries to pick and roll. That was a little too dangerous that time, though. That was a pick and roll with two bigs.
Right there.
You always want to see a guard at least involved in the pick and roll, not your center and your power forward. You can probably call that a glorified high-low play that didn't work.
Big to big, two-man.
Yeah, I know. And on the pick and roll at that, huh? And that's going to be a reach in. That's a hand check call. As Matias looks like he's shaken up. And JM Gonzalez is going to come back in. Matias is going to take a breather. So they lose a bit of the height, but they regain a little bit of the heft. 14 to shoot. A minute and 58 remaining here in the first half. So far, so good for Bumi Borneo. A 2-point lead against the BGC Builders Philippines. Oh, Prariwa wanted to get it inside, but he lost the handle. Here it comes. Doroteo showing us the handles for a big guy, and Etok Doroteo is going to take it all the way.
Nikola Jokic-like move right there for Doroteo.
There was a player in the Philippines by the name of Etok before. His name is Etok Lobo, but that guy was a shooter. This guy's an all-around dude.
I thought you were talking about Epok Kimpo.
No, that's Epok and Etok. Yeah, Epok Kimpo is a feisty guard as well. And the Philippine team before. But now, we're going to have free throws coming up. Mark Doligon able to manufacture this on the fast break. And we're going to have another sub coming. This is Leo Setiawan, who's going to see his first action of the game. So again, we have not seen A.A. Wisnu return to the game.
I think he's not going to return right here.
Well, with a minute 25, I wouldn't risk it anymore. Mark Doligon making good on his first. So now the BGC Builders have reclaimed the lead.
Maybe saving his energy for the whole second half.
Well,
Wisnu
with 15 first quarter points, 0 in the second because he hasn't been used, as Doligon makes good on 2. 39-37. From 7 points down earlier, Tete Teodoro tied it. And now from 6 points down, the lead now goes back to the BGC Builders. And a three-pointer in and out that time for Leo Setiawan.
You're the coach
yeah.
of Bumi Borneo. You don't want to let go of this lead, but
Right.
you know,
Good boxing out, however, here for Bumi Borneo, and an ambush foul. That is not a flagrant. See, that's the difference between what Doligon did earlier and the foul given up by Joshua Saret is because Joshua went for the ball. Doligon did not. But it's a similar foul.
That's his first foul, 14 fouls for BGC Builders.
And that will just be team foul number 4 for the BGC Builders. Next foul, however, puts the white shirts on the line. Here is Chrysler. Calvin Chrysler. Yanto, they move it around right now. Chrysler had a 3 earlier, wants to try another one. Lost the handle momentarily. They get it over to Julius Caesar Wongso.
For Julius Caesar.
You want to have laurels on your head, your name's got to be Julius Caesar. And Julius Caesar Wongsu gets to the free throw line. Another one of these Indonesian up-and-coming kids. Looks like he's about 6'2" as well.
all athletic.
Yeah. Oh, Indonesian basketball, you saw what they did to the Philippines during the Southeast Asian Games. I mean, that was the Philippine team was supposed to be invincible. But then Raiko Torman, Lester Prosper, and the rest of the Indonesians were able to get the win and deal the Philippines their first loss in the Southeast Asian Games since 1989.
Wow, yes indeed.
Some of these kids weren't even born in 1989.
That's why this Sportsclick Filbasket International Tournament is really a showcase for all the other talents of other countries besides the Philippines.
And guess where the Philippines lost in 1989?
Where,
In this very gym.
really?
That is true. Right here against Malaysia.
Might be a repeat.
The Ligon has other plans. 41-40. Seesaw game here towards the end of the first half. We do have a 5-second difference between the clocks.
They could have went for a 2-for-1 there,
Yeah.
but
No, but there was
I
an
don't
open
think there's
shot, so
much
that's
time
okay.
left.
This is an open shot as well, but it is missed by Aaron Tio. 8 seconds remaining. The Ligon wants to be the point guard. He looks like he wants to be Magic
Joshua
Johnson.
Saret open, wide open in the corner.
And Saret is saying, relax, guys. We still have 1.5 to put up a shot. BGC Builders with a 1-point lead and could have the final say of the first half. And they put it up, but Doroteo has decided the board, and that's going to do it. First 20 minutes are in the books here. And game number 2 of our quadruple header in the Sportsclick Filbasket International Tournament. It is BGC Builders Philippines taking a 1-point lead as we see some of the highlights of this game so far. It is a 1-point lead for the BGC Builders Philippines, 41-40 against Bumi Borneo of Borneo, of course, of Malaysia. Tete Teodoro has been the spark plug for the Philippines, 15 points. But again, A.A. Wisnu has also surprised us here, Jen, with his crafty play in the first quarter.
I'm really surprised that the coach of Bumi Borneo didn't use him the whole second quarter. And I'm excited to see him play more of the second half.
And again, you saw earlier our leaning move of the game from Sultan Prawira, who came in and had this semi-dunk as well. The captain of Bumi Borneo with 6 straight points to lead the run, but it is the Philippine contingent up by 1, 41-40 at the end of the first half. And I believe Janine Sakal has an interview to do with one of our leading players. Looks like Joshua Saret has caught up here with Janine Sakal. So we're going to send it now to Janine.
We have here one of our stellar players from the BGC Builders, Joshua Saret. So Joshua, how did you feel about your performance in the first half?
Nating gusto lang namin mag-enjoy yung dito nasa international kami. Parang tuloy-tuloy lang kung anong ginagawa namin sa Pilipinas.
So how do you plan to seal this game against the Bumi Borneo team?
Siguro dagdagan pa namin yung defense namin para maka-run kami, then maka-score, makalayo dito sa kalaban.
All right, that's just a glimpse of what we can expect from the BGC Builders in the second half. Now back to the panel.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers from our halftime. It's a close game, 41-40 in favor of the BGC Builders against Bumi Borneo.
BGC Builders shooting 43% from the field, and Bumi Borneo starting when Wisnu sat on the bench.
Yeah.
Their field goal just went down, and 3-point field goal wise, both teams shooting poorly from the field, and free throws. I think BGC and Bumi Borneo, they both need to get more free throws in this game.
Well, the big number right now, really, Jen, is the 11 turnovers already committed by the BGC Builders. And that's not just turnovers because they were careless about the ball. It is turnovers because of the feisty defense of Bumi Borneo.
Exactly, and most of it resulted into two-point conversions for Bumi Borneo when Wisnu was inside the game.
Well, the big number here, though, I want to point out also to our fans is that the rebounding edge has gone the way of the Filipinos, 28-20. They have the wider bodies, and they have been able to box out really well and locate. But again, the field goal numbers indicate that as well because the second chance points have belonged to BGC Builders.
With Jim Gonzalez and Matias just really dominating the boards, you really have a lot of second chance points.
And we are going to have more when we return here. And we are at the halftime break still. It is a 41-40 lead for the BGC Builders over Bumi Borneo right here at the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship.
We have here one of our outstanding players from Bumi Borneo. Wisnu, what do you, and you nearly caught the BGC Builders by surprise in the first half, but so what adjustment should we expect from your team this time?
Yeah, for my team, like I just wanna they like play better for next because yeah, they can play better than this. So I hope like they can play good.
All right. So, in the second half, what performance should you sustain in the second half?
Like just consistent. Like I wanna play better. Like every quarter I wanna play better like that. Yeah.
So we are expecting a better Bumi Borneo in the second half. Now back to the panel.
In the first quarter, but again did not see action in the second quarter. So that is one of the reasons perhaps why Bumi Borneo finds itself behind in this matchup against the BGC Builders. We did share some of the numbers earlier, but there are two numbers that really stand out here for me, Jen, is that Tete Teodoro and AA Wisnu both have 15 in the game.
Yes, this is a very good matchup, and what I just want to point out, the turnovers by BGC Builders, they have 11 at the half. But this is a really tight game. We have 9 lead changes.
Oh yeah.
And 6 deadlocks. So it's gonna be an interesting second half right
That's right.
here.
You know, when the Philippine contingent, talking about the BGC Builders, led by as much as 7 points already in the first quarter, you think that it would be a blowout already at that point. But great adjustment from Coach Tondi of Bumi Borneo to be able to use the defense to get the offense going. And they were able to lead by as much as 8 points in that second quarter. If you look at it, largest lead was 8 points for Bumi Borneo.
Yep, and exactly on the other end, the BGC Builders making up for their turnovers on the rebounds and second chance opportunities. So let's see what happens here in the second half.
Right, 28-20 is the lead for the BGC Builders. You're going to have Mark Doligon bringing the ball down, and he is going to be a big factor in terms of their inside game as Doroteo opens this third quarter with a miss. However, the ball stays with the BGC Builders. So once again, thank you for joining us. This is game number 2 of our quadruple header in the Filbasket, or the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship from the MABA Stadium in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Noel Zarate, Jen Reyes, along with Janine Sakal, working these games. And there's another one from Tete Teodoro. He's got all the 3-pointers for the BGC Builders.
I don't think they really know Tete Teodoro, no.
Tete can light it up from anywhere, and he ups the lead to 4. However, the escape will work for Rilo Agum Kumara.
What a great strong move there for Mara.
Doligon on the pull-up, in and out. And that'll be last touched by the white shirts. Good effort there by Julius Caesar Wongsu. Again, we got a bunch of close games so far here. We have had no blowouts at all, and you can get a sense that the competition here, Jen, is going to be very tight for this tournament.
I agree with you on that one. And I believe the coach of Bumi Borneo telling his players to really block out and crash the boards here in the second half.
Well, they are now completely swarming Doligon, who gets
Once again,
rejected.
Great defense for Bumi Borneo.
Oh, great pass! Oh, Julius Caesar Wongsu, the recipient of a good one there, coming from Muhammad Rizki. 46-42, almost a turnover. Here's Monte on the stretch.
Bumi Borneo starting to apply some full court pressure here.
And Teodoro acknowledges the foul, trying to stop the fast break by going for the ball against Sebastian.
Also, this guy, Sebastian, he's rested quite for a while
Yeah.
during the second
I
quarter.
still don't see Wisnu. Is that confidence for Coach Tondi? I'm not sure at this point. No look pass inside. Wongso on the reverse. Good defense there by Doligon. However, the white shirts get to keep the ball with 14 to shoot. Sebastian on the inbound. Pick provided there by Wongsu. Shot clock at 6 now. As we have a three-pointer, Shariputra comes up short. Here comes Teodoro. Doligo now for the Philippines. Escapes the first line of defense. Almost runs into trouble. Dribbles out of it. Teodoro left open again, but this time he elects to drive. Tay-Tay! Jordan-esque with the left hand. And Tay-Tay will manufacture free throws. What an entertaining package he is.
Tay-Tay Teodoro just really enjoying this game. You know, he's got he's showcasing his full arsenal of moves.
Yeah, I think Tay-Tay is just happy to be back on the floor. Remember during the pandemic when basketball
Exactly,
stopped
yeah.
in the Philippines? So did Tay-Tay. He's got 19 in the game right now, and he's hardly broken a sweat as well. Coming from a long line of great prospects to come out of Jose Rizal University in the Philippines himself. We have guys like John Wilson, Marvin Hayes. You go back in time to guys like Nani Epondulan and one of the great shooters, Rendell De La Rea, as well as Vince John Te. Those
I
are the
think they're
big
one
names.
of the college teams that have more players that made it to the pros.
They have a lot of players that made it to the pros. In the meantime, Sebastian again reminds you of a little Jason Castro.
Yeah, exactly like Jason Castro, how he just pulls up from the perimeter.
Well, Jason Castro, no stranger to Asian basketball fans. He was hailed as the best point guard in Asia in his days with Gilas Pilipinas, the Philippine national team. And right now, Mark Doligon. You gotta love it that the BGC builders have all of these wide-bodied players who are quick and who know how to use their heft.
Now I'm really wondering how they're gonna do with the other teams
Right.
that are bigger and stronger than them.
Well, they gotta use their heft advantage, if you will. Doligon missing on the first free throw here. 7:34 remaining in the third. Doligon hit 2 free throws earlier. This time can't get any to go. BGC's lead is down to 2. 46-44. Drive now. Shariputra tries to get creative, and Matias will be tagged for this.
Great two-man game right there. If you run a two-man game and you can't find the roller, you just have to really take it hard or maybe pull up for the perimeter shot.
Well, that was Raymond Matias fouling Raymond Shariputra, so you got the two Raymonds
Two
going
Raymonds
at it.
there.
And Shariputra able to make the free throw. And I'm quite impressed with the way this team is built, actually, with regards to their pesky defense. I mean, they don't even use fresh legs. They're just going 100% all the time.
Everyone, I agree with you on that one. Everyone's in great shape for this
Yeah.
Bumi Borneo team. But I'm 3 minutes already on this third quarter. Still no Wisnu.
But look at this. It's a 1-2-2 full court press. And
Yes.
you want to talk about fresh legs. They're doing this right now with the guys that started this third quarter. Three-pointer on its way. That is a miss. Doroteo can't get it to go. And now we have a tied game and a chance now for Bumi Borneo to reclaim the lead.
And this Bumi Borneo team playing the 1-2-2 full court press.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying to force a turnover. They're just really trying to delay the offense of BGC builders.
Doroteo's going to get caught here. That's going to be his third foul. Pushing off against Shariputra, trying to get some space.
Offensive foul on number 1, Etok Tudor.
There you go.
For Etok Doroteo, that's his third foul.
Etok Doroteo is called for that one. So 46 all. Shot clock now at 10 for Bumi Borneo. Shariputra sees some space. Can't penetrate. Sebastian, 4 on the shot clock. They gotta move. And there is Shariputra.
Great ball movement right there for Bumi Borneo. I love how this team plays.
And they're well coached, huh? They are well
They
coached.
are very unselfish. Just always finding the open man. Very patient on their offense.
And this is the first time we're gonna see Joshua Saret and Tete Teodoro on the floor together. The two stocky point guards for the BGC Builders. Time down to 6 and 17 remaining. Teodoro lines up a three, not this time. And the rebound picked up by Muhammad Rizki. Into the front court. They say slow it down, and suddenly he's gonna pull up for a three. That is a miss coming from Agum Kumara. Here's Shariputra now working against Doligon, asking for a pick to come from somewhere. Wongsu provides it. They get it to an open shot to the baseline, and that is Rilo Agum Kumara.
Look how they run their offense, Noel. No one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Just always sharing the ball.
But check that. That was actually Muhammad Rizki who made that shot. So 50-46. High screen being provided by JM Gonzalez. He's back in the game. Screen and roll. They leave Doligon open for the three, and he will miss. Good boxing out again for Bumi Borneo. 4-point lead is theirs as we have 5 and 23 remaining and the
Very
third.
pesky defense by Bumi Borneo.
Right, and Sebastian trying to get away from Saret does not get the job done, but they will keep the ball as Christian Diaz returns for the BGC Builders.
But still no Ruiznu. Can we get some info on from Janine?
Yeah, Janine's going to run over right now and to see what's going on as we have a timeout called with 5 and 19 remaining in the third. Bumi Borneo 50 and the BGC Builders 46. We'll be right back, but not after we take a look at our move of the game. That was brought to us by TNT Co. That was the drive of the game by TNT Co. And again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Leaning coming in, and the Sportsclick assist of the game there as well, and AICC. We will step away for just a few moments and we'll be right back. Again, welcome back to the action here at the MABA Stadium, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Opening day and game number 2 of our quadruple header in the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship. And the Bumi Borneo 50, BGC Builders 46. Noel Zarat is still working this game with Jen Reyes, and this time joined by Janine Sakal. We sent Janine over to the Bumi Borneo bench just to find out why AA Wisnu has not returned to the game after scoring 15 points in the first quarter. Here is Wongsu, yes! And he also gets the foul from Christian Diaz.
Great timeout there for Bumi Borneo and a great execution of the timeout, getting an end one. Julius Caesar.
I want to hear that from your from Janine right now. Go ahead, Janine.
I got to talk to two-time champion in the Indonesian Basketball League, Wisnu Saputra, before the game earlier, and he told me that he sees great potential in this young Bumi Borneo team, and that's why he came here. He wants to be able to help them improve their talent, and we did see this young talent take the BGC Builders by surprise in the first half, but only fell short by exactly 1 point. Now coming to the fourth quarter, Wisnu says we should expect better plays from the white shirts because we saw just a glimpse of that in the first half. Now back to the panel.
All right, I want to know, Janine, why he's not back in the game.
I got to talk to Wisnu earlier, and he told me that he's here just to guide the team. He's not the main player here. We should look for the young guns. We should look at the young guns right now because they are the future of their team.
Interesting that he's choosing not to play
That's very
at this
interesting.
point. Yeah.
After scoring
15-point explosion,
big
yeah, in the first
quarter.
So now we're gonna have Samonte come back into the game. Ten seconds to shoot now for Bumi Borneo. Again, their lead has expanded to 7 at this point.
This is another two-man game from Bumi Borneo.
And Shariputra comes up empty. And they are not going to get the shot off in
Runs
time.
out of time, Noel.
They completely forgot how much time was left on the shot clock. So an unforced turnover, if you will, against Bumi Borneo.
And now we're seeing this 1-2-2 full court press again from Bumi Borneo. They're not really, they're not really trying to force any turnovers. They're just trying to delay the offense of BGC, to try to get the ball out of the hands of Tate Teodoro and Joshua Saret.
And they do get the ball hands.
They
do get the ball out of the hands of Saret as Sebastian is going to scoot in for the layup. Oh, that's going to be a delay of game warning though on Shariputra.
And
but
now
this
we
is
have
the biggest lead.
of the ball game.
You're right. 55-46. It is now a 9-point lead for Bumi Borneo. No answers yet. And again, no Tate Teodoro on the floor.
BGC Builders not looking really good here at the second half.
Diaz. Saret is going to set it up. 2-3 floating zone now. They move into a man-to-man as well. Cervantes lets it fly. Not the kind of shot you want if you're the BGC Builders. Good seal inside. Oh, great extra pass, but a miss, however, coming from Rizky.
Unfortunate there.
Diaz now going to Saret. 3:20 remaining. And the third, JM Gonzalez. They're still looking for JM Gonzalez inside, but they can't get it to him. In the meantime, Diaz tries to force it up. And I think it is last touch by the white shirts with 5 on the shot clock.
Fantastic defense right here for the Bumi Borneo team. They're doing everything. I mean, they're all in great shape. Everyone's...
I'm impressed that they're so well coached.
Right?
As in, they are really
even
coming
off
in
the
with a system.
timeouts,
Yeah.
you know, they can drop some good plays and execute it really well.
Saret can't bail out BGC. Here is Sebastian now, trying to get some space. And look at the patience as well. I mean, for other teams, that would have been a shot.
Here we go.
Is back in.
Is back.
And he is immediately hacked as he went in for that drive. That is going to go against Cervantes, it appears.
And Noel, you can see their adjustment from the first half. But the first half, they were just playing a man-to-man defense or a zone defense. But now they're playing a 1-2-2 full court press just to delay the offense of BGC Builders. They don't want the BGC Builders to set up their play. They want them to be in a hurry. And this is the result. A 10-point lead, biggest lead of the ball game.
This is the first 10-point lead we've seen today in either of the 2
6
games.
deadlocks in the first half.
That's right. Again, it's coming out that the team from Indonesia, Borneo for that matter, has really done their homework against the Philippine team. However, this is just great ball movement against Cervantes. A shot at 2 free throws, and the foul going to be called on Rilo Agumkumara.
That's his second foul.
Great extra pass there from JM Gonzalez, resulting in 2 free throws for
(57-47). The lead is 10 now for Bumi Borneo.
Here comes Jason Castro.
Jason Castro from Indonesia. Hey, they call him Sebastian. Three-pointer not there. Mark Doligo unable to get the rebound. And the outlet to Saret is a little too far ahead. Good idea, bad result. And Calvin Chrysler is going to check back in.
Great intention right there, but just doesn't work out.
2:24 to go here in the third. Bumi Borneo up by 10 against the BGC Builders from the Philippines. Sebastian getting a lot of burn here in the third. Getting it inside now, and Wong-Soo. This is a delayed call, but this is the correct call. It was a traveling violation.
Let's see that move again.
Yeah, that was they just called it delayed. That is correct. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. 57-47, Doligon gets it inside. Gonzalez with a reverse.
BGC Builders starting to break the press of Bumi Borneo.
Lead is down to 8, 57-49.
And if you're the BGC Builders, you wouldn't be surprised if they apply a full court press on you.
Well, they're slowly subbing
In
in.
the Philippines, most of the teams run a full court press.
They're subbing in a lot of fresh legs right now, but another turnover force here by the Filipinos.
Oh, in and out right there.
Cervantes tried to get that through. He could not. Wisnu touched it last. And here comes Marlon Monte. So slowly the starters are starting to come back for the BGC Builders. A minute and a half remaining.
This is
in
a
the third.
very crucial possession for the BGC Builders. And right on cue. Makes a three.
Mark Doligon with the three. That lead is suddenly down to just 5 points from a high of 11. Here's Wisnu. Looking for a friend now against 3 blue shirts and more free throws coming up for AA Wisnu. And he is going to be happy with the result of that one. Remember, Wisnu did not play the entire second quarter, did not play at the start of the third. And he has come in here in the third with fireworks in his belt. And look now who's coming in. Sultan Prawira, the captain, who had like 6 consecutive points in one stretch in the second
really
quarter.
Played well on that first half, Noel.
Wisnu sort of adds a little water to the fire now that's being applied by the BGC Builders. 58-52 is our score. Make that 59-52. So again, Wisnu's got a total of 19 and he's not even sweating yet. So it is now, the press is lightened up a bit.
Now they're going man to man. You can see how fast the coaching staff of Bumi Borneo adjusts.
Right.
You know, BGC Builders just had 2 straight baskets and they quickly adjusted to it.
They might review this one by J.M. Gonzalez. The officials are conferring at this moment. May have looked to one referee as an excessive contact by Gonzalez in the box out against Arion Tio. They're discussing it right now. As much as possible, the referees don't want to rely on the IRS or the instant replay system. They're just going to call the foul. It appears that our female referee was very close to checking it out in the IRS.
So it's
And
gonna
the
be a
bench,
normal
the bench of BGC saying, okay, good, that it's a normal foul. But they'll still put them over the limit.
That is his first foul, 14 fouls for
Oh, they're saying it's not against Gonzalez, it is against Tio. Three-pointer, in and out. Boy, that would have been a big one there for Samonte. 59-52, Chrysler's got it. They can go for a 2-for-1 if they want. He tried to pass it inside. Good recovery, however, by Tio. Gets the fall away the drop.
What a lucky break right there for Bumi Borneo.
Arion
Again
Tio,
with the press.
no relation to Tyler though. 61-52. Doligon had a 3 just moments ago. Thinking about it again now. Watched closely by Wongsu. And Doligon looking for the foul. None was called. Recovery made by no one. Finally the white shirts get it. And they have time. 5 seconds to go here in the third. Wisnu on the drop off now to Chrysler. Chrysler can't get it. And they are going to run out of time.
Wisnu should have taken that all the way. Just didn't realize there was only 3 seconds left on the clock.
Tate Teodoro lit it up in the third quarter for the Filipinos, but the TNT the drive of the game goes to that one, and the Sportsclick assist of the game also goes to Bumi Borneo. A lot of highlights to share with you from this exciting ball game that has now gone the way of the Indonesians at this point. Let's take a look at our leaning move of the game, the drop step and the finish. A lot of highlights here from Bumi Borneo and they're not yet done. We still have 10 more minutes as we see the AICC Manila three-pointer of the game coming from Mark Doligon. It is a 61-52 lead at the end of 3 quarters. We'll have the fourth quarter when we return. Heading now into the fourth quarter, this is a 61-52 lead. Bumi Borneo ahead by 9 against the BGC Builders. We are still coming to you live from the MABA Stadium in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Opening day, second game of the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship. This is Noel Zarate still with Jen Reyes and Judy, I was about to say Judith, but Janine Sakal, who is going to learn to be more impromptu in her next reports. We're going to hear from Mika Madrid, of course, in the third game later on, which will have the great Ben Ibrahim on the broadcast mic here as well.
I'm really excited for that last game. Actually.
Oh, yeah. Harimau
versus the Filipina Aguilas, one of the stronger teams from the Philippines.
Wisnu tries it from the outside to open the fourth, but can't get it to go. So there's still enough time here for the BGC Builders to mount a comeback. Marlon Monte trying to drive, dishing it inside to Matias, who's back in the game.
Great drop pass by Marlon Monte.
And the lead is
strong move right there.
Right.
Just finding Matias down below.
Wisnu looks like he's not going to sit down anymore for the remainder of this game. Tio almost lost it. Prawira for 3. And that's going to drop out of bounds. And again, this is a veteran team from the Philippines, so you do expect them to come back from the 7-point lead. They've already started with that last basket earlier by Raymond Matias, and Tete Teodoro is back in the game.
Tete Teodoro really carrying the load here for BGC. He has now 20 points.
Right. Here's Doligon now. Shot clock did not reset. Doligon.
Almost traveled right there.
I think he may have traveled. Monte for 3.
Good kick out. Marlon Monte in and out.
Doroteo's gonna lose possession. 2 white shirts were in the area, so it's gonna go back to Bumi Borneo. 61-54 is our score. 8:46 remaining. We still have 2 more games coming up, folks, on opening day. We will actually have a quadruple header every day until Thursday. How about that for all you basketball fans out there? Chrysler.
So exciting for our basketball fans.
Right. No look to nobody. Yeah, that is a problem there if you are Mohammad Rizki with a risky pass.
Mohammad Rizki. I like that, Noah.
Yeah, he was trying to look for somebody. He saw somebody's shadow, thought it was a teammate. But shadows are black. His teammates are in white. So 8:27 remaining here in the fourth. 61-54, Bumi Borneo. Can they hang on and get their first victory here in the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship? Doligon called for the offensive foul. I'm not sure about this one, though.
Maybe the BGC Builders can challenge this one. You think it's a good time to challenge?
I'm not quite sure that the challenge is on for FIBA. I don't think FIBA has challenge rules. In the NBA, perhaps, but he did stick the shoulder out, or he did stick the elbow out, but I don't know if there was enough contact to call it an offensive foul, but they did. The ball goes back now to the white shirts.
The player from Bumi Borneo also really sold that one.
Oh, Wisnu with incredible hops. Wisnu with a reverse. Not as efficient as he was in the first quarter. Here comes Etok Doroteo now into the front court. Less than 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Doligon with the hesitation dribble, and he is going to draw the foul. And that's going to go up against Muhammad Rizki.
Foul number 13, Mohammed Rizki. That's his second foul. First team foul for
Looks like Rizki was shaken up in that last play as well. As we're going to have a substitution here, Leo Setiawan is going to come back into the game now for Bumi Borneo. 7:48 remaining here in the fourth. Still a lot of basketball to be played here in this game.
I think this is going to be down the wire, Noel.
15 seconds on the shot clock.
Again, you probably, if you are Bumi Borneo fans right now, you're rejoicing, but remember that they're going up against a Philippine veteran team. Oh, look
what
at
a
the head fake by Teodoro, and he missed the shot. Battle for the rebound. Oh, nobody back for defense, and this will be an easy one for Calvin Chrysler.
Wisnu really just controlling everything for Bumi Borneo.
Two-time league MVP in Indonesia. And that lead is 9. Offensive foul on the illegal pick provided by Raymond Matias.
You were speaking about this earlier, Noel. You have to really wait for the screener to be set until you run through that screen. And that time, Matias.
That was the fault of the roller that time.
Yes.
The fault of the roller. Because Matias was not yet set. Here's Chrysler. They get it now to Wisnu. AA with the reverse against 4 blue shirts. Puts it up. No. Doroteo comes away with it. Under 7 minutes to play in the fourth. And Matias was trying to escape Tio. And Tio got the better of that matchup.
Substitution for BGC Builders.
That was actually a good seal for Matias.
But again, when you seal and you get entangled, you want to get away from the entanglement before you reseal. And he was not able to have time to do that. So Matias is going to take a seat. JM Gonzalez back in the game.
Maybe a better pass there would have been a bounce pass.
A bounce pass or just wait until he reestablishes.
Exactly, yes indeed.
So we do hear some music now in the background and a steal by Doroteo. Teodoro now into the front
with
court.
a slow break.
Oh, Tete with a floater.
Tete asking for a foul on that one.
22 in the game for Tete Teodoro of the Philippines. 63-56. Wisnu, can he answer? He'll drop it inside to Rizki.
What a nifty no-look pass right there for Wisnu.
Boy, the basketball IQ of this AA Wisnu is off the charts.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. And he's not forcing anything for the Bumi Borneo.
Well, Marlon Monte does what he does best, take it strong to the hole. And he gets it to drop, but again, BGC Builders cannot afford to trade baskets. They need some stops, and they need to put up a run. Three-pointer, Setiawan, not there.
BGC Builders just sticking around this one. Maybe try to steal the win from Bumi Borneo at the end of this game.
And right now, Muhammad Rizki is not happy with some of the calls that have not gone his way, but he has been replaced in the lineup by Julius Cesar Wongsu. Doligon, 5:27 remaining here in the fourth. The lead is still 7 for Bumi Borneo. Doligon on the post-up, attracts the double team, and that's going to be a foul called. Wisnu will be the guilty party.
They've been going to Doligon this whole fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And he seems a bit tired.
So it appears that they're going to say it's a shooting foul. So that's going to be 2 free throws now for Mark Doligon.
Crucial free throws right here for BGC Builders.
Doligon has missed his last 3 from the stripe. And sometimes it's all mental because he didn't miss a free throw in the first half.
Yes. Maybe some jitters.
Or maybe he's hungry. Now he splits out. Well, I'm going to take Mark Doligon out for some of the sandwiches that we saw
Maybe
outside.
some roast duck.
For you guys who have not been to the MABA Stadium, there are food trucks outside right now, selling all sorts of
And
stuff.
we also have some merchandise outside.
That's true.
Some shirts.
That's a traveling violation. It's going to be called on Arian Teal. So 65-59. Bumi Borneo is trying to slow this game down so they can mount a comeback. Again, Tete Teodoro has not rested so far since coming in here in the fourth quarter. Doligon. Oh, it gets away!
What a Euro there by Mark Doligon.
It is down to
Very
4.
unexpected from him because
That's right.
he seems to be like a big man, but he's showing off his handles.
The fleet-footed Mark Doligon that time. Chrysler with a good fake, but can't shoot. Wistu. They get it to the
Very
side.
unselfish play.
Doligon. He's now got to think he's a running back. Doligon. Oh, missed it. And the rebound is picked up by Monte, who's going to get to the free throw line. Doligon is huffing and puffing because he had to cover the length of the floor in like 5 seconds.
Mark Doligon asking for some water right here.
He needs water, he needs gasoline, he needs everything. But he has played well for the BGC Builders. And now Marlon Monte with a chance to eat into this lead even more. Shariputra will return now, along with Steven Orlando, who has not seen action here in the fourth. That's his first time off the bench. Yeah, they want all the officials to be present when the subs happen. So again, Shariputra and Orlando will check back in. 4:31 remaining. Marlon Monte now at the free throw line. He's got 7 in the game.
Lead is down to 3 now.
Yeah, from a high of 11 total and 9 here in the fourth.
Just like the first game.
Yeah,
Maybe another comeback right here.
we'll
Noah.
see. We're not far away from any overtime games as well. And it would be thrilling to have one as Monte cuts it down to 2. 65-63. Orlando. They move it around to Tio. Orlando with 4:20 remaining. Wistu, baseline. Wistu reverse. It's good!
Reminds me of Dr. J. Jumping from the other side and finishing on the...
Doligon wants that back. Instead, he'll go to Teodoro. On the side, moves to the right. Tate can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. The white shirt secure. Can they hold off the Philippine charge? Less than 4 minutes to go here in the fourth.
No numbers here. They have to set this one up.
Shariputra thinking 3. All of a sudden, BGC drops down to a 2-3 zone. Shot clock now at 7. Wistu, Ariantillo, and a foul on Doroteo. That will be number 4 on Etok.
I believe the BGC Builders are gonna take a timeout right here.
Yeah, the foul first on number 1, Etok Doroteo. And that is gonna lead to the third team foul for the BGC Builders. And first, this fast break coming from Calvin Chrysler and our TNT co-drive of the game, Tete Teodoro, and the Sportsclick assist of the game from Bumi Borneo. Thank you to all our sponsors who have made the Sportsclick Filbasket Invitational Championship a big success so far. Leading move of the game right there. Bumi Borneo has had a lot of that, and they do have a 4-point lead. And we are at a timeout. We'll be right back. 3 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. Game 2 of our quadruple header. Of course, stand by for our next game. It will be a SEAL taking on MBC. So it's a battle of two Malaysian teams. And that's going to be a good one right there. You're going to have Ben Ibrahim and Coach Adrian Wong on the call.
Asil, the fan favorite here in Malaysia.
Right.
And people are starting to pack up this arena.
But again, in anticipation again for another Philippine-Malaysia encounter that we will have in our fourth game. So Harimau is going to take on the Pilipinas Aguilas.
I'm sorry, Noel, but I'm trying to call this one. I think the last game is going to overtime.
Wow. Well, at least it's going to be Ben doing the anchor job there. Ben, if you're in the building, he's already called you out. Jen's called you out already. But this one, 67-63. Interesting because the BGC builders are already making their run. You feel that the momentum is slowly going to the side of the Filipinos, but yet Bumi Borneo has an answer to every advance that BGC has. And it looks like we do have a coach's challenge. I correct myself earlier. I thought that we did not have one. We do have one right now. That's what the delay is about. Yep. And I believe our commissioner is conferring right now. Our commissioner is, of course, Mr. Tong Kiaka, one of the senior commissioners here. I believe they're now called technical delegates as far as the FIBA is concerned.
And this is really very exciting for the teams here. You know, in other leagues you can't challenge calls, so it's more of an NBA feel.
Yeah, in FIBA now, because of the new rule changes in FIBA, you can challenge. Now, the big question really is now, are there grounds for a challenge, and was the challenge done too late for the BGC builders?
Yeah, because we still have 3 minutes and 34 to go here.
Did the incident happen too far back to challenge at this point? I believe that's the discussion between the commissioner, Commissioner Tong right now, and our female official. And we are still waiting for a result of that one. But the result of the game,
I'm wondering if they're trying to challenge the last play, or
because if the challenge happened during the time when it was J.M. Gonzalez involved, that was like eons ago already. It's kind of hard to find that. But if you're going to challenge something recently, maybe it'll be awarded.
Here we go.
Well, there's the crew chief is actually our female referee, and she is discussing now with her colleagues what the decision of the commissioner is. Because before you can go to a challenge, commissioner has to say, all right, challenge accepted, let's go. But since it appears that the grounds for the challenge isn't really... Oh, now they go to IRS. They go to IRS now. The challenge is official now. So our first coach's challenge and the Sportsclick Filbasket International Championship is about to happen. So I believe we're going to see it on screen as well. What was the contention to begin with? Why are we having a challenge right now? Boy, how far away was that play? Players on the court, according to our female officials. And if we may use a term we use in the Philippines, all players, please proceed to the shaded area in front of your respective benches. I believe that's the case.
Now they're trying to
I
call
think
both sides of
right.
The coaches of both
this
sides.
was the one that involved J.M. Gonzalez a long time ago. So it appears that that was not the challenge point. So I'm not quite sure what they're looking for here. Because that's the play I was talking about. If it involved J.M. Gonzalez, that was eons ago, but it came from that. They're still trying to look for the exact spot where the challenge is happening. We're not even sure what the challenge is about, but we know that there is one.
Looks like he traveled there.
Well, I don't think a traveling call is not challengeable. That is for sure.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, was it that foul? Okay.
Yeah.
That foul is what they were looking at. Now we have our commissioner as well as the founder of Filbasket, Jai Reyes, over there at the IRS station, the instant replay station there. That they're going to have to look at different angles of that if we have it at all.
They're trying to decipher if he really hit the arm of the Bumi Borneo player.
You're actually trying to look for another angle of that as well. And there are a lot of schools of thought, Jen, about the challenge system if you are going to implement it in your league. Of course, Filbasket is doing this right now. A lot of people say it's a good thing because they can get the call right. I mean, in volleyball, we have the challenge system all the time, and it's efficient. But a lot of players, people are actually saying about the challenge system is that it takes too much time away from the game as well. That's another school of thought altogether.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. But I think it's just proper to have one challenge per team.
Right.
Because during crucial moments, you really want to make the right call and not decide the game, you know, with it's either a missed call or a wrong call.
Right.
So I think it's just proper to have.
So they're
one
still looking.
challenge.
You're still looking at this same play.
I
Again.
think it's on the step back there, and then Doroteo challenge.
Wow, they're challenging a defensive foul that was called
Yeah.
on Doroteo. Well,
Seems
that is
like
a
he
big
hit
challenge.
the hand
He
of,
may have actually, but that's a big challenge because they're challenging Doroteo's fourth foul. This is going to make, if Doroteo is officially assessed with his fourth foul, that's going to make him ineffective defensively. And he is the biggest guy on the Philippine team at 6'4", 6'5". Was there contact? BGC Builders wants this call overturned because there was contact. The fourth foul was assessed to Etok Doroteo.
You can see how Doroteo reacted right here.
Or are they also looking at something underneath the basket on the rebound play? No, they're going to the shot actually.
If I were the BGC Builders, they really seem to be like a traveling to me.
Still no verdict from the challenge though. So I believe it was there a foul or not on the shot of
Here you go.
Aaron
Here's
Ito? Here's a better angle now. So Arian Tio on the step back there. Believe me, that should have been a traveling call, but nowadays they don't call that. And Etok Doroteo is going to go in. There was contact. There was contact. And that's enough to merit the baseline official
Yes,
or
I
the
agree
lead
with-
official
I totally agree with you on that one.
to make the play. I believe that was the correct call. It is a foul, yeah.
It is a foul.
Yeah. So on that alone, BGC has lost their challenge and will have no more challenges for the remainder of this game unless it goes into overtime.
Just like what you were saying earlier.
That is the correct call. They made the correct call.
Might have been too early for
Yeah.
that challenge.
And it's not, I believe, at a crucial juncture because there's still 3.5 remaining in regulation. So there's still a lot of time for the BGC Builders to try and mount this comeback. So Arian Tio is going to get to the free throw line now to try and extend this lead.
Very
with 3 and 34,
interesting.
yeah.
Bumi Borneo putting in Steven Orlando right here. He only played 4 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, but Steven Orlando looks like he's in for defensive purposes, actually. Probably trying to stay in front of Tay. He's right behind Tay right now. He's a bigger guard. And that is going to
here
go
you
in, yeah.
You just corrected the...
He is on Teodoro. Here is Monte going to Teodoro. Matias
A bit of
took a spill
scuffle
inside.
right there.
Borromeo comes up short. Orlando getting it across now. Here's A.A. Wisnu. Pick being provided now by Teal. Wisnu getting it to the side. Three-pointer on its way. In and out that time from Shariputra.
BGC Builders needs to score in this possession.
Yeah.
And they have no numbers actually.
Teodoro now being defended really closely. Monte, three, no. Matias!
Oh, what a rebound by Matias.
And there was contact and going down. I think that was incidental contact. A.A. Wisnu got poked in the face. we see it again on the replay. There was no malice on that move by Raymond Matias. It was just the head was
It's a
in the air,
basketball play.
elbow area. Yeah.
Clearly a basketball play there.
And I don't know if Vishnu's going to react to this by getting angry. Looks like he's still cool. Does he have blood on his head? If he does, that's a mandatory sub. That's a mandatory sub if he does have blood in his head. No, they're going to bring in Sebastian.
Substitution for Bumi Borneo.
So they're going to lose a bit now. Okay, Vishnu's got to sit out one play. He can't be subbed and come back in. He's got to sit out one play.
Yeah, and on that last possession,
Would that be crucial though?
BGC, Bumi Borneo really trying to deny.
Sebastian, three is
Oh,
good!
Big.
And that was what you call the hand of God. Because Vishnu, if he had not been checked out,
Exactly.
Sebastian might not have hit that three. 71-65 and a turnover again against the BGC Builders.
What a
Sebastian,
pass,
yep. Shariputra's now going to waste some time. And Julius Caesar walks through. 8-point lead, Bumi Borneo. We could have our first upset in the making. Monte gets fouled on the ground.
BGC needs to call a timeout right here and, try to settle things and gather their
Check
players.
this out. BGC's only got one timeout left in this game.
I mean, they have a...
And I believe if any team needs to call a timeout, it should be Bumi Borneo because they're not going to be able to take that third timeout into the last 2 minutes.
2 minutes, correct.
But they won't call a timeout. And Doroteo has it. So they've already lost the timeout. And Etok Doroteo scores.
So down to a 6-point lead here.
73-65.
Horse
Vishnu,
play
yeah.
again.
Here's Shariputra. Tio. Sebastian again. Not this time. Doroteo picks up another rebound. Doligon throws it away. And a foul on Matias.
Might be an unsportsmanlike.
It is. They're going to be calling on sportsmanlike foul. There was no play on the ball. And if that is on Matias, that will be his fourth foul, I believe.
That was big for the BGC Builders. I mean, they had a chance to cut the lead down, but
Oh, he's gone. It's his fifth foul.
That is the fifth foul on Raymond Matias.
And here's JM Gonzalez going to check in for the disqualified Raymond Matias.
2 shots for Raymond Shariputra.
So again, the Raymonds get together. And this time, Shariputra will be gifted 2 free throws. The lead is 6 with 1:31 remaining. Bumi Borneo, can they hang on? Now a 2 or a 3 possession lead. After that first free throw drops from Raymond Shariputra.
6-point lead here with
That's
1
actually 7.
minute
Yeah, they
and
just didn't
30
adjust
to
it yet.
go.
There you go, 7.
7, I'm sorry.
And now 8. As JM Gonzalez tried to crack a joke.
Plus, they're going to have the ball possession right here.
He's got to be in the front court, free throw line area. There you go. 14 to
BGC
shoot.
Builders needing a miracle here.
Well, they still have enough time, 1:31. But they got to get a stop right here. That was a big call against Matias. Sebastian gets it out to Tio. 5 on the shot clock. Sebastian on the drive, and a foul is going to be called. If that's a shooting foul, both teams are over the limit, so
They're
Sebastian
both in the
is going to the free throw line.
They're both in the penalty.
So this kid, Agam Sebastian, has been impressive.
That's his third foul.
Noel, I'm loving this Bumi Borneo team. This is very unexpected. I love how their coach adjusts things. I mean, they instantly adjust. to
Sebastian,
whatever
however,
happens.
yeah, misses on the first. I'm a big fan of the coach right now. I'm gonna have to say his full name. It's gonna be an effort to say his full name. Tondi Raja Lendri. Rajasya Lendri.
Rajasya Lendri.
Yeah,
So,
he has done a great
props
job.
to you, coach.
9-point lead now. Doligon has it poked away. They need another ball, as the ball they're using has already gone to Chinatown. A minute and 15 to go. They are still in the backcourt though. 2 seconds to get across, and it is a forward pass to J.M. Gonzalez. On the high-low now inside, Monte getting it out. Teodoro, three-pointer. He has missed when they needed him. And coming up on the final minute is the upset about to be real for Bumi Borneo. Sebastian. Shariputra probably taking too much time right now. Sebastian, three-pointer good!
Splash from Sebastian.
And BGC is going to burn its last timeout. What a game for Agam Sebastian. Hitting 2 3-pointers in the fourth, and the lead is now 12 for Bumi Borneo, 79-67. Let's take a look at our TNT Code drive of the game, as well as our Sportsclick assist of the game. Thank you very much again to all of the sponsors of the Sportsclick Filbasket and International Championship. The leaning move of the game, of course, coming from A.A. Wisnu, who's done a little bit of everything as well for his squad. 12-point lead now for Bumi Borneo, 79-67. Can it be done here in the bright lights of Kuala Lumpur? So Bumi Borneo 79, BGC Builder 67, Noel Zarate, Jen Reyes, and Janine Sakal is somewhere out there looking now for the player of the game, if it's going to come from Bumi Borneo.
They need a quick basket right here, and Marlon Monte taking that three.
Yeah, that was a quick attempt. That was the attempt they wanted, actually.
Actually a good shot.
That was a good shot, and taken with the correct timing and spacing as well. Sebastian high-stepping his way, still can't penetrate. Here's Wisnu, three-pointer. Dagger!
That's the dagger. I think that's going to do it for this BGC Builders team.
Montes scores. It's not going to change the outcome of this game, and it looks like Sebastian's just going to cross and dribble away the time. And the upset is 10 seconds away from being realized. Bumi Borneo will defeat a veteran-laden team from the Philippines. And it is an 82-69 victory for Bumi Borneo against the BGC Builders Philippines. I mean, this was just scientific basketball at its finest, executed by a lot of great young legs for Coach Tondi, and they get the victory here, Jen.
Who do you think is a player of the game?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It really,
Well,
I don't think anybody's going to have any second guess as to who our player of the game is. It's going to be A.A. Wisnu, of course, and Janine is trying to track him down at this point. But it's a great all-around game for Bumi Borneo, and they're serving notice here. They may not look strong on paper. In fact, they're a small team if you look at them, but they are well coached, they are well disciplined, and they executed to the letter today.
and also very well conditioned.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can see when Doligon was picking up his offense, they started denying him, and he didn't even got the ball at towards the end of the game.
All right, let's see. Janine's already got Wisnu, our player of the game, A.A. Wisnu, but I don't know who's going to give the cue to Janine. All right, Janine's all yours.
Coach Rax. So Wisnu, congratulations to you and the team. So you have been the most consistent player since the first quarter. How are you able to do that?
Yeah, I just enjoy the game. Just have fun, play with my teammates. That's it.
Yeah, we did see how you enjoyed the team. So how significant is this first game and first win for the team?
Yeah, that's good for us, for them, for I mean like for because like our preparation is like good. Yeah, I hope next game we can win the game again. Yeah.
Yeah, we did see how that preparation translates into the game. So now let's turn it over to the panel.
That was the plan. That was the plan.
All right, thank you very much, Janine. And look at the halftime or the again the game numbers here: 82-69. What a victory for Bumi Borneo. They deserve this win.
Yes, I agree with you, Noel. And really hurting the BGC builders are their turnovers. They had